Practice been going, man?
Good. Had good practice, good tempo, flying around. So it's fun being out here with the guys. We had that one day off on Monday for classes, got the academics over with, and now it's time to focus on a little ball.
Talking about the guys yesterday saying they're really kind of pumped for this Oklahoma State challenge. Do they know what they're getting themselves into?
Big challenge. They've been top 3 in the country in offense for 3 straight years. Great skill players, great quarterback, great offensive line. The running back, number 31, he's a really good player, and so it's going to be a great challenge. We're excited about it.
How do you replicate their speed of the offense?
Well, I mean, we got Tyler Russell who moves fast, Gabe Jackson, Perkins, the core receivers, so they do a good job. Coach Mullen and the staff, they give us some tempo and try to get used to the speed of the game.
Are there certain drills that are better than others to replicate that speed?
Just when we go, look, we do 2-minute tempo to begin the practice. We do 2-minute during practice. The scout team does a great job 2-huddling us, getting the tempo going.
Do you feel like the Oklahoma State game will tell how your defense is going to do for the rest of the season?
It'll be a great challenge. We're fired up for it. Couldn't ask for a better opener. Great team, great offense, great coaches. So see what happens.
Dan was telling us yesterday that they have an ideal of maybe 40 plays per guy, but might have to, an early game like this, you might rely on some of the guys a little longer, especially the veterans.
Yeah, it just depends on position, depends on the how much depth we have at each spot. Just getting them going.
Once you stop them 3 and outs, you don't have to get as many snaps there.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I know Gundy's not revealing his quarterback, but you're preparing for 2.
They're both good. I mean, they've both played significant games. Done a really good job. So they both show up on tape, and they kind of pose different threats. But we kind of see that in practice every day with Tyler and Dak, and so that's been a good challenge for us too.
Now that you're exposing your defense to these guys up on state, do you can tell any difference in their attitude at practice? They have somebody actually in mind when they're working.
A little bit, I think ever since this game was announced and the season was over, you have such a great opponent to get ready for it. Kind of 8-9 months to get ready for it. The week that you start preparing, they've been doing that. Coach Bayless has been doing that for 9 months, trying to get them ready for such a good team.
I know you're stressing technique, but how big is conditioning going to be in this?
Conditioning's huge, and in my opinion, we have the best strength coach in the country. Matt Bayless, him and his staff do a great job, and so just getting them ready to play and getting ready for the tempo.
One of the Oklahoma State offensive linemen said he thinks SEC defenses maybe aren't as conditioned as they should be against that type of offense. And I don't know if he's making generalities or what.
They have a great offensive line. Their O-line coach is really good, so it'll be a good challenge.
But you feel like I'll be able to stand up to that conditioning-wise?
Matt Bayless is the best.
Last question.
Go ahead.
Okay, no, go back.
Well, I had one about the story I'm doing on PJ. I just want to get your thoughts on just what football's meant to him. I know
PJ Jones.
PJ Jones. He's had some tough stuff off the field.
What a great kid. I remember one of the first recruiting visits that I went to when I got here when I was first hired was PJ Jones in the snow at his house, and you just fall in love with the kid. And you get around him, and nothing's changed for the 2.5 years I've been with him.
Progression of the running backs right now. You're a week away from game week. What is y'all's preparation now as running backs? Big group. What are y'all doing right now?
Mainly, we're just trying to take care of all the small things, all the basic things that we need to take care of, and also just picking everybody up and bring them up to our level. Because I feel like we have one of the best groups on the team, and I feel like we have a lot of leadership in the running back room to help the O-line, the D-line, everybody else on the team pick them up to bring them up to our level.
Let's talk about the development now. I mean, you've just this time of season, they've given you a lot of time off sometimes at practice, or maybe not as snaps as usual, but it's getting serious time for you now.
Yeah, it's getting serious now. I mean, it's game week right around the corner. The game is right around the corner also too. So just trying to make sure to take everything smoothly and go hard every day in practice. Practice hard. Make sure we take care of all the basic things. Execute like we should.
What have you seen from Oklahoma State's defense? The little chance you got to look at them.
They look like they're pretty swift out there. They can move pretty well. They got their ends, they stand up a lot. I mean, I guess that's because they play in a more of a passing league. So they look pretty good out there. Just make sure all we got to do is execute, take care of our business, and we'll be fine.
Talk about now, how's Nick doing out there now? Is he back to speed yet?
Yeah, Nick, he looking pretty good right now. He hasn't been really complaining about his knee that much, but I mean, having knee surgery, your knee is never going to be 100% again. So, I mean, every now and then you'll see him. He'll mention it. He's hurting a little bit, but I mean, he keep pushing through it. And that's why I really respect Nick a lot because I mean, he's been through a lot with injuries and things like that, and I really respect him a lot because of that.
Milton and Robinson there talking about over there, they want their snaps too this year.
Oh yeah, those guys, they deserve it. I mean, we all worked hard this summer and in the off season and during camp. So I mean, those guys deserve it too. So I mean, it's whatever with me. And I'm fine with them rotating with me also, because I know they can get the job done just as good as I can too. Also,
You've been through this. Go ahead.
Returning punts still on the table for you this fall.
oh yeah, that's most definitely. That's what I mean. I really want to do that. I've been working on that a lot also during camp. So see how things goes when the season gets started.
You've been through this preseason drill so many times. Can you tell a difference in how progressed the offense is at this stage this year compared to previous years?
Oh, we executing a lot more this year. We throwing the ball around, receivers getting open, running backs running the ball well, offensive line doing a great job of blocking up front. So we just keep progression every day. Every day we trying to get better. Every day, go in and watch film, and everybody taking film seriously, and they're being very critical of themselves so they can get better.
I mean, we got to be on our game, but at the same time, we all brothers, so we pitch in for each other. So that's how my progress came.
I know your pass protection is something you've worked a lot on over the past year and a half. How's that? Do you feel like you're more capable to be able to keep guys off Tyler?
Yes, I mean, shoot, you just got to protect the ball, protect the quarterback to play in this league. And shoot, that's what I've been working on off season, working on that and speed. Right. So therefore, I feel that I produce a bit more.
I feel like you're going to get more carries this year. I mean, you got to get many last year. But you feel like with LaDarius being involved in the passing game maybe a little more, it opens the door a little bit for guys like you and Derek?
I mean, shoot, whatever my role is, I'm there to fulfill it. I mean, if I get more carries, I mean, I'm ready to fulfill the duty. But I mean, at the same time, whatever happens, happens.
What's this backfield capable of? Just the fact that you got 4 guys with experience, man. I mean,
we got 5. We got Shumpton now. I mean, he a downhill runner. Hey, you better watch out for that boy. But we got the best running back crew in the nation. Point blank, period. All we gotta do is just maintain, stay healthy, and just do what we coach to do.
Everybody's been talking highly of Shumpert. I mean, is he making a push to maybe get on the field this year? I know it's going to be tough.
I mean, we don't really know. I mean, we don't really worry about all that right now. We just worry about day by day getting better than we was yesterday. That's all. That's point blank, period. That's all we worry about.
Have you allowed yourself to think about Oklahoma State yet?
Oh, we seen something on Oklahoma State today that we motivated the D linemen. They said they O linemen against our D linemen, and they said what they said.
They said the SEC defenses aren't conditioned enough to keep up with them. I think.
Well, I mean, shoot, we just gonna have to prove them wrong. We just gonna have. That's why we pushing our boys in practice, and shoot, we gonna show them what we're about.
But you've been hit by some of those defensive linemen.
Oh yeah.
What's your thoughts on?
Hey, can you guys get Tyler tomorrow?
My thoughts on getting hit by D linemen.
Yeah,
in
the
SEC?
conditioning. I mean, like you're a pretty fast guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, shoot, my objective, don't get touched by no D lineman at all, period. If I see one, I'm shaking and baking or going straight through the legs, one or the other.
What are you seeing from Oklahoma State's defense on film? You watch much yet?
Yeah, we watch it every day. I mean, we see. I ain't gonna tell you what we see, but we ain't gonna tell you what our game plan is. But I mean, I see them boys, and we ready for them.
What do they seem to do well?
They seem to cover well, but just know the SEC ready to run.
Yeah.
Picking it up pretty good. You know, they got me an inside receiver right now. I go from H to the X to the Z, so I'm picking it up pretty good now.
So have you practiced all 3 positions basically?
Yes, sir. I practice all 3 positions.
Do you like any of them any better?
Yeah, pretty much the same. As long as I get the ball, make something happen.
So you say they got you in the slot a little bit?
Yeah, I'm working the slot right now.
How's that change? I mean, you're a big guy to be playing the slot.
Yeah, pretty much it's just like I read a lot of the linebackers a lot now, you know, and the safeties a lot. So that's pretty much how it changed.
Because they play that way this offense is set up, you know, guys like Malcolm and Brandon are almost similar to you in that because so it's not really a difference.
Yeah, it's not really a difference. No step back. Coach likes the big guys in there so we can mess with the linebackers too and we got to block and stuff like that.
You like to mess with linebackers?
Oh yeah, pretty much. I like to get down and dirty.
A lot of receivers don't.
Yeah, I like contact. You know, Coach Gonzalez, he loves that, so I feed off that too.
Talk about just what you see in this offense potential because now that you've had a spring and preseason catching balls from Tyler, you know, what do you think this passing game's capable of?
Man, we got a lot of potential. August 31st, we can show the world what we can do, but I got the utmost, you know, confidence in our offense. From my running backs to our receivers, I just got the utmost confidence.
You caught any film on Oklahoma State? I assume you watched a little bit on their defense. What can you tell me about it?
They got some pretty physical cornerbacks. You know, number 4, number 19, and starting cornerbacks. They're pretty physical, and they like to bite on a lot of slants and hook. I mean, hitch routes and stuff like that. They're pretty physical on the outside.
Kind of sinking into you yet that you're going to be playing SEC ball soon?
Oh yeah, it sinked into me in January tonight, man. When I came here, I was already ready.